Hello guys, so right here I'll be showing us how we could create an e-commerce website. So before we start designing our e-commerce site, we want to show us um, how we could develop our home page, our about us page, our contact us page. We have our blog page already. Alright, so we need to first of all create a footer. Alright, because what's a site header without a footer? Without a site footer? What is a building with a roof without a foundation? It's possible that the building could have a foundation without a roof, but it's not possible for a building to have a roof without a foundation. So we'll be creating a site footer for our website, right? So let's go to the dashboard here, and then now I don't want to just dive into creating an e-commerce site right now. I want to show us how we could just create a website without a website right from the scratch. All right, and then I will also show us how we could use a template as well. All right, because we'll be using a particular template for our e-commerce site, so I don't want to just dive into it straight away, because you might not be designing an e-commerce site. You might get a customer tomorrow that says I want to just design the website for my company. All right, so we'll be making a design or a website for let's say a digital marketing company, a company that offers digital marketing services. All right, so we'll be trying to design something for them. All right, and we'll just see how we could go about that. Now let's go and create our footer by going to templates here and then clicking on what add new. All right, so it's loading right now, and I need to click on I need to select a template type. All right, so I'll be doing header. All right, you can see it. Sorry, I said the header. I'll be doing footer. All right, thank you. I'll be doing footer. So I'm doing what? I'm naming it as site footer, and then click on create templates. All right, so it's taking us to our Elementor interface where we'll be designing our footer. All right, so I don't want to design a footer from scratch. I don't want to just start. I want to use a template. I want to show us how we could use a template for the footer. Alright guys, so right now we are now in our Elementor, and this is the Elementor library. So we'll be selecting a template that we'll be using. Alright, so let's wait for it to load completely here. Alright, so we'll be using any of these footers here. There are quite a number of footers, so we could just come to just search. Okay, we're on footer already, right? So let's try to use any of these footers here that talks about what we want to do. Alright, let's try to preview this. Let's try to preview this. Preview this. It's still loading, basically. Still loading, but okay. Alright, so so this is what it should look like. I will not be using every item here. I'll just be taking away some of the items here and then. Or let me just click on insert, apply. Alright, so it is being applied right now, and we'll start editing right away. So this is our footer right now, and I'll be making quite some very quick change here. So I'm going to start to change the background so I could really see what I'm working with. Alright, I'll change to dark purple. Alright, and then I'll try to give this place a logo. Alright, so you see it says a logo, right? And this really makes work easy for you to do. So yeah, it says site logo. Then I could just give a description of what I want here. Alright, if I don't want anything there, I could just delete it. Alright, I could just delete it and just take it off. Right, take it off, and then right, so I just want my Facebook handle to be here, my Twitter handle to be here. So your footer basically is what comprises of basic or quick links of your site. So if this site is not appearing on your menu or on your page, right, you could also have access to them through these links. So your leads or your customers would come to your page, and then they might find quick links through your footer without them having to start searching around your website, right? So long they have those quick links here, you could easily access your site, those sites, probably your landing page or your blog, your contact us page, your about us page, your home page, right? Even your address here, and your contact as well could also be here. So you could be easily accessed through your footer. So your footer actually makes work pretty much easy for or makes your work or makes your site becomes user friendly. Okay, so let me take this away, I'm not using it. All right, let me take this away, I'm not using it. All right, so basically let me just change the color of this logo, of these handles here. So right here I could just come here to just put the link to my Facebook site here, right? If my website or my business is on Facebook, I could just come and paste the link here. You just take away this hash, right, and then paste the URL of that my Facebook link or my Twitter as well, just the same thing. So let me just try see if I could change the color. All right, change it to white, or change it to white. Okay, all right, so I've changed that already to white. Let me change the color here as well to white. Changing to white. This color white. Okay, changing this as well to white. White. This color, making it what? White. Beautiful. So this as well. All right, so get in touch. This is more like for our contact us, for our contact page, right? So let me change the color here to also what? White. All right, so, and then change this as well to what? To white as well. So now this is just a demo. This is not real, so this is just a demo. So I'm not really using any real information here. Alright, so I'm changing the color as well here to changing the color here. Alright, so okay, let me change the color here. Right, and then change the text color here to what? To white. Right, perfect. So alright, so this is good already. So let me see if I could work on this size, right? If I could work on this size, advanced, padding. Let me make the padding become, let me link this together, right, and make the padding become 0. Okay, seems like small. Let me try to make it 1. Then try making it 3. Alright, so this is better. Let me just try to change the color of this quick links. This yeah, let me change the color to let me change the color to yellow. Okay, this as well, changing it to what? Yellow. Okay, alright, so right now we now have our footer. Alright, we now have our footer, so let's now publish it and then add the condition. So it should be applied on the entire site. Right, so I should exclude. Okay, let me add another condition again, and then exclude landing page. Let me exclude landing page because I don't want it to appear on my landing page, so I'm excluding landing page. Right, and then I'll save and what? Close. So right now we now have our footer. It says congrats, your site part is live. So let's go back to our dashboard. WordPress, WP, right? So right now I'm back to my dashboard. Alright, so let's now go to our home page and see if we could make some changes here. Let's refresh this to see if our change has been made. Let's see if our footer would appear here. Alright, so let's kind of give some time for it to fully load, and then we'll see the outcome of what we just did. Let me try to fetch this as well. Alright, okay, still loading, still refreshing. Alright guys, so right now our home page has been refreshed. Alright, it has been refreshed, and voila, we're here already. Alright, so our footer is not appearing here yet, so let's go back to our dashboard, and then I'll go to our site. Alright, let's go to view site. Let me duplicate this first of all, and then I'll go to our site. So we can go to our site now. Let's view site. Okay, so our footer is yet to appear. Right, so let's just start working. Over time it would be reflecting. Over time it will reflect. Alright, so let's just start designing our home page. Alright, so now let's work on our home page. Let's click on this plus sign here so that we could get our headline, right? Our major headline. Let's select this single structure, and then I'll click on this 6 dots here where it says edit container. So I'll click on it, right, so that I could give, I want to use an image for my background, so I'm selecting an image, right? So I'll go to styles here, and then I'll come over to this background type and select classic, and then I'll choose an image here, then I'll select any of these images here. Alright, then select this, and then now I got my images from unsplash.com, or from unsplash.com. Alright, so right here I could find quite a number of images you want to use for your work. Alright, so you just come and just type anything you want to use, whether it's interior, whether it's interior decoration, or interior decoration. You just come here, and then you find images of all sorts here, and some of them are free, some of them are paid, right? So some of them are actually free, some of them are paid, right? So you could just come here and then use any of these images here for your work. Alright, so let's go back to our home page, and then let's start designing. So I've inserted this image already, so I need to make this image become a bit bigger because it's too small for what I want to do. So I'll go to layout here, and then I'll try to increase the height. Let me change this content width to full width, and then I'll increase the height a bit. Okay, this is good. So I want to make this my background have a dark overlay. So how do I achieve that? I will go to styles here, alright, and then I'll scroll down. I'll go to background overlay. Alright, so I'll select classic. Now I'm not choosing any image here, I'm just going to change the opacity to make it darker, but I want to use a color from opacity, so I'm using dark purple. Alright, so that it will blend with what I want to use. Alright, so hope you can see what I'm doing right now. Now let me now increase the opacity to something a bit darker, because I'll be using the text. Yes, so Alright, this is good. Alright, so right now I can now insert my text here. Alright, so I'll be going back and then I'll be adding a text widget here. Let's try to change this text here to something else. I think I've gotten okay, let's try to change it to something else here. Okay, alright, so this is, let me copy this, let me paste it here. Alright, so let me just change the color from here. Just color, let me make it white. Alright, so there is something missing here, right? I'm so sure that you saw that there is something missing here. We didn't add the container so that we could work with that. So let's try to add the container, right? Let's try to add the container. Sorry. Let's try to add the container. Alright, so let's drag this into this other place. Let's drag this here as well. So let me make this container become something I could work with. Center, line to the center. Okay. Alright, so let's change the minimum height to the age. Alright, let's try to make it 100. This is quite too big. Alright, it's quite too big, so let's reduce it a bit. Alright, so let's try to see if we could work with this, right? So let me drag text here. Alright, so let me try to duplicate this. Alright, so I'll be changing this basically. Again to content here and then change the text editor. Okay, so let me just take this away. Alright, so I've been increasing the size of this text. Alright, so I'm using popping as my typography and then I'm increasing the text as well. Alright, so this as well, I'll be increasing the text and then I'm changing this, changing the content I have there. Alright, so let me use this. Right, let me come back here, change this. Alright, so let me change the color. Text color, change it to white, and then typography, using poppins. Okay. Alright, so is this what you want? Alright, let's go back to this container and then let's try to adjust the size, the height of this container. Let's try to adjust it a bit. Right, so looking like what we want, right? It's not looking like what we want. So should we leave it at the center or take it to the left? I think we should leave it at the center here. Right, so it says they unleash the power of creative digital solutions for your business, and underneath here it says we establish the quickest, most seamless and highly efficient. Now we could now add a button below this headline. We could add a button below this headline, and this button could actually lead to our landing page, right? So that we could get the details, get the information, so that we could engage them, right? So we could just add the button here, right? We could add the button here, and now I could have added another container here, so that I will add another container here. Let me try to duplicate this. Let me try duplicating this, and then I'll delete this, and delete this as well, and deleting it, and then I'll be adding a button here. Adding a button. Alright, drag and drop. Alright, so I'll be adjusting the size here because this is too much. Right, and then I would come over to layout here, and then let's make it full width, and then okay, let's take it to box, and then adjust let's adjust the height. Just the height. Right, let's take it a bit further. Sorry, let's take it a bit further, so that there will be a little bit of alignment, to be a bit aligned. Now this process that I did is kind of is a bit long, but like I would always say, you could play around WordPress and never be wrong. Right, you could play around WordPress and never be wrong. You could get what you want, right? What you want and never be wrong. Never be wrong. Just play around. Just play around. WordPress is very much easy for you to work with. Very much easy for you to work with. Oh, sorry. Oops. Making this minus too much. Right. Alright, so taking back. Alright, so until I actually get what I want, I'm now going to stop. Alright, so I will leave it somewhere around here. Right, and then work with what you have already. Right, so this is good. So I'll just change the color of this button. Right, change the color of the background of this button, and then work on the text as well. So let me just change the style of this background. Let me change it to purple. Alright, so to yellow rather. So let me now change the text here to the text here. Let me change the text. Sorry. Typography, right? Text shadow, text color. Let me change the text color here to what? To purple. Alright, so we could just give it an hover effect here. Alright, we could give it an hover effect here. So let's say we want the text color to be yellow. Alright, and then the background type should just be transparent. We could make it transparent, right? Background type, let's make it let's make the gradient. Okay, we're not using gradient, we're using classic, right? So let's select the color here. Let's select the color here. Let's make it transparent. Alright, so so the border type should be what? The border type should be the border color should be yellow, and then make the border strong, like thick. So we change the border type from here to what? Solid. Alright, and then we go back and let's see the effect. Alright, so we've not given our border color we've not given our border a color yet. Okay, but that's the color, right? That's the color already. So the width of the border type is not strong enough. Right, so let's give it 1. Let's see what 1 looks like. Okay, let's try to give it beauty. Alright, so let's try to work with that, and let's change the border radius. Let's change the border radius. Let's give it 2. Okay, let's give it 3. Alright, so let's see what that looks like. Border radius is still not okay. Okay, so let's go back and let's change the border radius. Let's do 10. Alright, so it's looking like what we want now. Alright, so let's see if we could make it 30. Alright, so 30 is okay. 30 is perfect. So we're working with this already. Alright, so alright, so let's just try to adjust this looking somehow. Alright, so this is good already. So let's change the text, the content of this text here. So let's see something like learn more. Alright, so let's learn more, and I could insert the link of my landing page here. I could insert the link of my landing page. I could insert the URL of my landing page by just come here to just paste my URL, my landing page URL. Right, so how do I get my landing page URL? I'll go back to my dashboard, go to pages, all pages, and then I'll just alright, so I'm back now. So I'll go to my landing page here, and then I'll just click on it, right? And then so just show me my permalink here. So I could just copy this permalink here, right? I could just copy it, and then just copy the link, right? Copy link address, and then I'll just go to my come over here and then just paste it, right? So with this now, I now have my landing page URL, right? So once anyone clicks on this button, to take them straight to my landing page, right? So the next thing I'm doing right now is to display is to tell them what I actually have to offer, right? What I have to offer. So let's click on this plus sign here, and then flex box, and then I'll select this double structure, right? Double structure, and then I want to add the logo here, and then also want to add the text as well. So I'm adding the text as well, right? So let me add another container here. I'm doing a single structure container. Alright, so I'll just drag this a bit upper. Alright, so I'll be adding a text here. So dragging our text widgets here. Alright, so I'll be adding something here. Just let me check. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Right, so let's add this text. Let's change this text here. Let me try to delete this. Right, let me try to delete this. Let me try deleting this. Okay, and then let me drag the text widget to this other one here. Let me drag this here. Alright, so let me change the content here to this. Okay, so I actually have a picture of what I want to do. So this is why it's looking like this. Okay, like actually I have a picture of what I want to achieve. Like I've not done it yet, but actually I have a picture of what I want to do. So I want to add an image here. Okay, so come to image here, drag image here, right, and then going to style, about context, choose image, right, choose image. I think I don't have the image I want to use yet, so let me just try to upload an image here, and then let's insert this again. Alright, so yeah, we're back now. Right, so I could just caption this as digital marketing, right? Digital marketing. So and then just go select. So right here we have the logo placed here, and then we have our content here as well. So let me just change this color of this content to purple. Alright, so and then let me try to duplicate this. Right, let me duplicate this, or I could just add a text editor beneath this. Beneath this, yeah, very good. So let me give this a text, a content, right? Let me give this a context. Alright, so we're using this now. Okay, we're using this now. So it's important that you really know basically what you want to do before you start designing. So you could look around for ideas on Pinterest, you could look for ideas around the internet, look for what you could actually use to design yours, get the content ready. Alright, there are quite a lot of ways you could get to content. You could use ChatGPT to get the content, quite a lot of ways to get to content and start working right away. Alright, so alright, so this is what we are working with. So let's try to increase the size of this by changing the size and then changing the font as well, or using dark purple. Okay, and then we're using poppins. Alright, and then let's try to see if we could increase the size. Okay, perfect. Let's make it a bit light. Alright, perfect. So let's work on this. Let's work on this guy here. Let's try to make him a bit bigger. Let's try making him a bit bigger. Still on robot, so let's change poppins. So uniformity is key. Uniformity is key while designing. Uniformity is key. Don't use multiple colors to design. Don't use, if I told you guys multiple colors, don't use more than three colors to design. Right, don't use more than 3 colors to design. It is very much important. It makes your work unique. There's beauty in simplicity. So it makes your work very much unique without you having to, it makes your work really simple to work with, and for people to actually see. Right, so now this is not showing clearly because there's an overlay. Right, there's an overlay around this button, and I need to work on that right away. So I'm going to start here. I duplicated this, right? So let me try to work on this background type. Sorry, background overlay. Right, so the background type opacity is okay. Let's take it to 1. Alright, so let's take it to 1. Alright, so leave it the way it is. Alright, so it's good this way. So the next thing I'm doing right now is to add more. So I'm telling them about my services. I'm telling them that okay, we are seamless, we are quick, we are highly efficient. Alright, we are highly efficient, and I'll be adding more of work to do. So next thing I'm doing right now is to add our services. So let me just add a text here. Dragging the text here. Then I'll just say our services. Alright, our services. So I will just add something else here. Now I want to add I want to add a widget for images, because I'll be using images for. I want to add a widget for our images, because I want an image that has to that has to display some details. I'll be showing them our services. Alright, so I'm showing them what we offer, and there's also a picture attached to it. Right, so I'll be coming down here and then I'll just try to search for image. Okay, so okay, let's do image carousel. Let's do image carousel. What I want basically is that I want each of my image to have some details attached to it. So image carousel does not have that option, so I'll be using something else. Alright, I'll be using something else. Let me check this again. Alright, I'll be using something else. Okay, so let's try to see item 1. Let's see. Now I'm just showing that we could use quite a lot of widgets to design, but we need to be sure of what you are doing. So let's try this featured image. Let's try this featured image. Okay, so let's try the image box. Okay, so now this looks like what we want to do, right? This looks like what we want to do. Alright, so all we need to do is to duplicate this. Okay, so to duplicate this, let me delete this first of all. I'm not using it. I'm not using this as well. So let's duplicate this. This at all will not be used. Alright, so let's duplicate this. So I'm so sure you know why it's going downwards, so we'll work on this right now. Let's delete this, but let me leave it that way, and then let me go back to this container here and then change the direction to the right. We now have it on our right. Right, so I could this now and then go toward the right. So perfect. So our services, let me make this become centralized. Let me make it become centralized. Alright, and then let me change the color. Let me change the color. Let me change the color here. Alright, so let me change the color here to that purple, and then increase the size as well. What size will you use here? Okay, we use size 30, 600 volt. So let's try to use the same size here as well. Typography, for example, pins. Then by changing the size to 30. Alright, so right, so we could work with this, right? And then let's add some images here, and then let's work on this. So let's change this heading here first of all to something I want to use here. Right, so let's use website development. Alright, website development. Alright, and then let me change this as well to this. Alright, okay, so I could just add an image here. I could use this. I could use this. I want to use something else. Let me go to Pinterest. Pinterest.com. let me see if I could use an animated image for my site. So let me try to see if I could use animated let me just try to see if I could use website design HD. So it will just show me some ideas I could work with, and if I don't like any of the ideas, I could search for something else I could work with. Alright, I could use something else. If I don't like any of the ideas, it will present to me. So let's wait for this to load, and let's see if we could find any of the ideas here. It's taking time to load. Let's try to refresh this. Alright, so it's loading already. Let me change this to something else. Let me change this to digital marketing. Alright, so it's loading. Then we'll now use any of the images that we have here. Alright, we'll now use any of the image that we have here. So while it's still loading, I don't want to waste much time. Just try to use any of the image here. Alright, so we could just do this here, and then come over here to do the same thing too as well. Choose an image, work with this, select, change the text ID here. Let's use something else here. Alright, so let's copy this. Let's copy this. Okay, and then come over here, paste it, copy these changes as well. Change this other one as well. Alright, so let's change this as well. Alright, so let's go back, and then we'll paste it here. Alright, so let's work with this as well. Let's work on this as well, and then we'll just do this. That's okay, training. So that means they don't only just offer services for just website development and social media marketing. They also assist with the training as well. Also assist with the training. We could train you to become a good website developer. Alright, just like you are training you now how you could be one without you having without you knowing how to code. Right, without you knowing how to code, without you learning how to code. Right, so let's work on this. Alright, so let's work on this. Copy everything here. Sorry, I'll copy everything here. Alright, and then go back and then paste it here. Very good. So let me check if Pinterest is ready for us. So we have some images here that we could work with. So I wanted to use images like this, like this to work. Images like this to work. Alright, so let's see if we could have some other ideas here. Let's see if we could have some other ideas here. Okay, I think there's some pretty cool ideas here, and I even like the colors I'm seeing here because they could match with what I want to do. It could match with my website's color, which is purple, basically purple. So let me try to download this. Let me try downloading this. Okay. This I should use this one for my social media, right? Then I should use this for my let's say LMS, right? Alright guys, so wow, learning a lot, we're seeing a lot already. Let me use this. Okay, it's no available. Let's try use this. Now when designing your website, especially if you are designing an e-commerce site, please do not use images that you find on google.com or anywhere else. Use your original image. This is important for copyright. This is very much important for copyright, so ensure that you use your original image. Use original images. All right, use original images. Don't use what you find on google.com or anywhere else to design your e-commerce site. Hope you understand. Ensure that you use original images of your product. All right, don't use pictures of some other company's products or someone else's product. Use your own products. Okay, use your own products. So alright, so okay, alright, so kind of good to go. So let's change this as well. Change this image. Change this image to this. Okay. Let me change the text. Alright, let me change the text here to the content here, or the text here to, let me change the color to purple. Then typography should be what? Poppins. And then the size should be 20. Alright, so let's work on this. Let's specify the content and line to the center. Alright, so I think we're a bit good to go. Now, one other option again that we could use if we don't want to use this is what we call slider. We could use slider here. We could use a slider here. Sorry. Let's go to image. Let's go to slides. Right. Let's try to see what slides has to offer. Let's see what slides has to offer. Alright, so and this is what the slide looks like here, right? This is what the slide looks like. So we could basically insert our images here. It has slide 1, slide 2 heading, slide 3 heading. We could just come here, choose an image here, right? Choose an image here, then choose this, select, right? Let's see what the first image looks like. So this is what the first image looks like. So we could come here, we could increase the size, right? We could increase the size, and then we could also give a particular heading to this. We could use a particular heading to this, right? We give a particular heading to this. So let's see the options available here, right? Let's see the options available here. So let's go to the slides, right? This is slide 1. All right, so let's change this from cover to contain. Right, so we don't want this, right? We want it to be on cover. Okay, so let's see this Ken Bonds effect. Let's do back. Let's see the Ken Bonds effect as well. Let's see the Ken Bonds effect. Okay, so the Ken Bonds effect makes it zoom out, right? But we don't want that. I just want it simple. So let's work on the background overlay so that we could make it a bit darker, right? So this is what we want. So let's try to make it. Let's change the blend mode to overlay. Right, let's change the blend mode to overlay. Sorry, to overlay. Overlay. Let's change it. Let's change this to normal. Let's see. Alright, so normal looks fine. Let's change this to let's change it to screen. Let's see what screen would give us. I don't like the screen, so let's try to make it. Let's work on this darken. Let's see. Okay, darken looks more like normal, right? Darken looks more like normal. So let's see this, if we could make it a bit darker, right? Let's see this, if we could make it a bit darker. Alright, it's perfect. So let's just try to insert some of the things that we did here. Let's just insert them here, but I think this is better than what you have already. So let's change this. Let's change the context. Let's change the content. Style here, heading here, changing it, right? So changing the description here as well. Changing the description here as well. Coming down here. Alright, thank you. It's nice doing business with you. So let's try to change this. Alright, very good. So we still make this a bit darker, right? We still make it a bit darker so that would get what we want. So let's try to make it darker. Let's try to make it darker, right? Let's try to make it darker. Going to the background, overlay here, coming towards here, and then I'll try to drag this towards the right so that it becomes darker. Alright, so it's darker now. So alright, so let's work on the next. Let's put the next straight away. Slide heading 2. So we're using this now. Using this now. So let's try to change the content of this. Okay. Alright, content. So change this. Coming back here. Alright, let me just change everything at once. Work on this as well. Let me change everything at once. Let me just copy everything at once so that I don't have to go back again. Alright, so moving on the content. Copy this training, copy this as well, and then I'll go back here and then change the contents, the description here to what I just copied. Alright, Windows V. Okay, so I'm doing this. Alright, so the next one has to do with title of this to training, very good. And then I'm changing the description as well to this. Perfect. So I'll just go and change the colors, the images there, so something else. Okay, so background, changing this to, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm working on this in the next as well. Let's do it for the next one as well, for training. Changing the image as well. Changing the image. Let me choose image here. Then I'll select this. Alright, perfect. So I'll just give this an overlay, background overlay. Alright, make it more darker. Alright, make it more darker. Sorry. Alright, make it more darker. Sorry. Make it more darker. Alright, and then I'm going back to this other one too as well. Making it what's giving this. This is okay. Perfect. I'm trying to make this more darker. Alright, so I could take away this button, this click here. We've done our page already. I could leave this click here, right? Now this click here would lead my prospective customers to my services page where they could have a good detail, because my own page is more like the summary of what I do. Just to do my services, 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 just a summary of what we offer as this button could lead them to my services page. Alright, on the home page now. Next now to do now is to just form here to add my clients. Alright, know that my customers know that okay, you're not the only one here. I also have clients hosted who trust us, rather client who trust us and who always patronize us. Right, so you're not the only one here. Alright, so I could just come here to just click on this plus sign, flex box, and then select single structure, and then add a text widget here, and then I'll just drag this here. Alright, and then I'll just name this our clients. So name just add an X to this, and then centralize this. Okay, so I'll give this a color. I'm so sure you know the color already. It's purple. So now let me just try to typographic poppings, size is 30. Alright, so let me now click on this plus sign, this add new container, add new container here, and then flexbox single structure. So right now I need to add the widgets, okay, for testimonial. Alright, so we just drop this here. Alright, so right, okay, let me not use this. Let me use another widgets. Let me use another widget here. I want to use another widget for okay, let me use an image widget. So this image widget will just be displaying our logo. Right now, as me we're using the template, we would have seen it would have been very much easy basically. Alright, so all I'll just do is just come here, and then if you have the logos of these our clients, right, if you have our client logos, probably the clients you have worked with so far, and you have their logos, all you need to do is just come here, and then you just add your images here, like the images of the logos, right? The images of the logos, just come here, and then all you need to do is just add the images here, add them, and then to just display. So to just display the logos of this client once you have worked with so far, to just display the clients you have worked with so far, to display their logos here. So this would in the long way tell your client that wow, you also partner with some other people as well, so you're not just the only one selling to yourself. You also have people you have been working with who have trusted your business as well. So if you have the logos, this is the best place for you to display them. So you could change the size here, you could change the spacing, you could change the slides, right? You could change the color of this navigation here, you could change the background color as well, right? So so the next thing I'm doing currently is the testimonial as well, right? The testimonial, and we'll be doing something very, very easy this time around. So we'll just come here and then add the text widgets, and then we'll just drag this here, and then just change this to what our clients have to say, right? What our client have to say, right? So as usual, centralize this, change the fonts, change the color of the fonts of the text, rather change typography to Poppins, change the color, change the size rather to 30. Alright, so next thing is to add the widgets. Let's try this. Right, let's try this testimonial again. Right, so let's see what this looks like. Okay, just this. Right, so we could just add the testimony of our client. So like I said while we were designing our landing page, that we also have a video testimonial which should have a link on YouTube, so that, or on Vimeo, so that it doesn't take the whole space of your website and then make your website become very, very slow. I'm so sure I don't want your site to become slow while the customer visits your site. You want it to be smooth and running fast and running well. So to do that, you need to use YouTube. I'm advising that you use YouTube. Right, just get a video on YouTube, get a customer say something, then post it on YouTube, and then copy the link, and then use the link to display your customer's testimonial. Right, so once you do this, you just give the name of your client here, then the name of the company he works with should be below here, then the testimony that he has to share as well. Alright, so so the last thing that we'll just do is to just probably just share our contacts. Share our contacts here. We'll just come here and then add another icon here, another container here. So the container here could just contain our contact us. Alright, so right here we just look for a widget for contacts. Sorry. So there's basically no widget for contacts, so all you need to do is to basically just make that for yourself. Right, you could make that for yourself by simply let's try to make this a double container. Alright, let's make it a double structure container. Let's use this double. So right here we just have our widgets here, our text widgets here. Alright, so just add this text heading. Alright, so we'll just name it contact us today. Alright, and then right here we'll just have probably our WhatsApp number. We'll just have our WhatsApp number here. Then just drag this. Let's give it a number 080090123. Alright, so let's change the background. Let's give it a color. Let's get a color. Dark purple. Okay. Alright, so change the text color here to let's change this color here to yellow. Sorry, pencil icon, style, color yellow, and here as well. Change it to yellow. So basically we've seen what we could do, right? We've seen basically what we could just do here, right? So this is a simple home page, right? So now let's go and create our about us page. Now this will not be this will not be difficult at all, right? This will not be difficult at all, right? This will not be difficult at all. Let's go to our site. Let's visit our site from here. Right, so let's try to visit our site from here. Right, so now let's go to our about us page. Now this is what our page looks like when someone visits our site. So let's go to our about us page, and then let's try to edit this. Now we'll not be designing from the scratch here, right? We just try to use a template that Elementor Pro has offered us, right? So let's edit with Elementor. Alright, so right now our about us page is ready. So let's now design our page. Let's come over here where it says add templates. So right now we're using a template. We're not designing from scratch. We're using a template to design our about us page. So come to pages here, and then let's search for about us. Let's search for about. Alright, so let's use this. Or let's insert it. Let's apply. So it's taking this time to load. Alright, so right now we now have our about us page. So all that we need to do is just edit the information that we have here. All we need to do is just edit the information that we have here. So we just change the background image here. Alright, so we could take this away if we don't want it, right? We could take this away if we don't want it. We could just delete this part if we don't want it. We delete this part if we don't want it. Let's just delete this part. Let's just have the about us straight away. So we just add an image here, or we could still take it away if we don't want it. So basically this is where we will design our about us page, and Alright, so this is basically our about us page. And you could make your design from here. You could just change the image here, change the about us here, write something about your business here, about what the service or the company offers here. Alright, then what is the mission of the company should be stated here. Then there should be an image attached to it. You could change the background or background overlay or background image, right, as well. You could also come over here and then explain to your potential leads or customers why people choose you, how can you convince them, explain those details here, right. Then your image should be displayed there as well, an image should be displayed there as well, right. And then just comment, just say something, a title to turn the lead or a visitor into a lead. Yeah, it says use a short paragraph, blah, blah, blah. This is just what came with, you know, the template. So contact us, this icon here leads to the contact us page, right. It leads to the contact us page. So where I did contact us, I could just drop a button there and then link the button to our contact us page. Just to copy the link and then make the link become attached to the button as well, so that as soon as they click on this button, it will lead them straight to our contact us page. So now let me update this and leave it the way it is, and then we'll go straight to our contact us page. Alright, so the same thing to here as well. We just come over here to edit with Elementor, and then we'll just use a template as well. So let's wait for it to load. As soon as it loads, we'll head straight to business. So let's come over here to templates, add template, then pages, and then let's search for contacts. So there are quite a number of contact us pages, so that we could use any of them. So let's try to use this one, set apply. So this is done already. Our site is already ready to go. Alright, so as soon as we're done with this, we just head straight to designing our e-commerce site. So don't need this, deleting it. Right, so basically I just need these. I don't want these. You're not, or let's say for example that your company is mobile. So that's the word mobile, is remote. In other words, you don't have a particular office, a particular physical office, right? So there's no need for you to start displaying your address on the internet, right? So you could just comment, just give them your details, or they could reach out to you through your email, or the time that you are available, or your company is available to offer the service. All right, so then yeah, so they could also still reach out to you through, through their email, and this is another way for you to engage them, for you to convert them into potential customer. Right, this is how you can actually engage them through your email marketing strategy or campaign. All right, so you could also still send them newsletters through here as well. So basically this is the contact us page, and we've done our blog already. Let's just update this, and then let's view this. I come to this place where it says preview changes, and then click on it. So this is what it looks like when someone visits our site. Alright, so let's see our blog page. So this is basically our blog. This is our blog page, and these are our blog posts. If you have more of them, they would be displayed here. Right, so let's go to our contact us page. This is the page, this is the about us page. Alright, and then this is the home page. Awesome. So right now we'll now start designing our e-commerce website. So we're not using this at all. I'll be taking this off so that we could dive straight away into designing our e-commerce website. Are we ready?